Hi, this is Stuart Talley. I'm here today to do another video update on the status of the Pinnacle metal-on-metal hip trial that is currently pending right now in Dallas, Texas. If you've been following our video updates, you'll know that this is the first case to be tried in the country involving an individual with a metal-on-metal Pinnacle hip that was damaged as a result of the hip. Today at trial we had some more testimony from the CEO of DePuy, an individual named Andrew Ekdahl. He's been on the stand for a while now, and the plaintiff's attorney has been doing a very good job attacking the defense argument that the risks of metal-on-metal hips were, in essence, generally well known to everybody in the medical community. During opening statement, the defense attorney made the statement that everybody knew about problems with metal-on-metal hips, have been well studied, and for 75 years this was a well-known problem and issue. What the plaintiff's attorney did in the case is he presented document after document to the CEO, internal DePuy documents, where DePuy engineers and scientists are repeatedly acknowledging that the risks of metal ions, in particular cobalt and chromium, and the biological impact that they have on the body are not well known, that they have not been well studied, and that more research is needed. It's overwhelming to a point where there are so many documents where it's acknowledged that they really didn't know what metal ions can do. They really didn't know what the risks were before they launched this product. There is also documents where people are proposing that studies and research be done to figure this issue out. Months and years after the thing is already being sold to the public. And so the plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Lanier, did a very, very powerful job of presenting this testimony and evidence to the jury. The other thing he spoke about, or he presented, was the advertising for the Pinnacle. The Pinnacle was highly advertised. It was advertised directly to consumers and magazines. It was also advertised to doctors. There were numerous claims made in the advertisements that Mr. Lanier did a great job of just calling them bogus. They're bogus claims. Mr. Ekdahl, the witness, would not concede that they were bogus, but it was obvious from the testimony, from the witnesses, from the documents, that the claims were in fact bogus. The biggest one is the claim that 99.9% of these hips survive after they've been put in for 5 years. And the statistics that have been presented in the trial up to this date show that that is just not true. There was also a document that was presented to the jury showing that back in the early 2000s, scientists who looked at the problems with metal-on-metal hips recommended to DePuy that and the words that they used was that it was vital that surgeons and patients be warned about the risks of metal debris and in essence the unknown nature of how it can impact the body. Then what Mr. Lanier did was he presented ads, brochures, all of the marketing material that was provided to doctors and patients, and pointed out the fact that none of these materials contained this warning that DePuy's own internal documents said was vital. The other picture that was painted during the testimony today had to do with DePuy's position in the industry at the time that the Pinnacle was launched. When the Pinnacle was launched, DePuy did not have much market share. Their market share in the hip business was, they were in third, fourth, sometimes fifth place, depending on what you were looking at and what year you were looking at. They were struggling. And what the documents show is that when DePuy came out with the metal-on-metal version of the Pinnacle, this was going to be their ticket. This was going to be how they beat the competition, because none of the competition had metal on metal hips out at that point. So they went big on metal on metal. Over time, this greatly increased their market share to the point where they were selling over $1 billion a year in hips. That's the revenue that DePuy was making. It also showed that the metal on metal hips was making up about 50% of the company's revenue during this time period. So there was really an incentive, a big incentive on the part of DePuy to rush this product to the market, to get it on the market, get surgeons prescribing it, and not worry about testing, not worrying about ion levels or anything that would hurt sales. So that picture, I think, has been painted very well at this point in the case. And so, you know, we'll see how things go, but I think today was another very good day for the plaintiffs. The defendants have yet to put on their case, so we'll see what they have to say. But right now, it seems like things are going well for the plaintiffs in this case. At Kershaw Talley, we represent individuals with Pinnacle hips. If you have a Pinnacle metal on metal hip, you've had any problems, even if you hadn't had problems, feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at the phone number on the screen or through our website.